So now we come to stanza number 160 in chapter number 8 of Bodhicharyavatara. And here, after fully understanding and doing lots of introspection and clearly seeing that all the sufferings and problems in the world is created because of self-centeredness and selfishness. It's only thinking of my own good and not thinking of others or everybody's welfare. Whether it's about the whole world, all the problems in the world and things like that, or even my own life. As we discussed earlier, we have all, even those people, most of the people who have done lots of negative things in the world, have created lots of suffering to lots of people. It actually coming from this: I want to be happy, I want to be wealthy, I want to have lots of power, I want to have all this, I have to keep everybody under my control, things like that. And then eventually that not only destroys others' happiness and gives lots of trouble and pain to everybody else, but it actually destroys your own happiness, your own well-being, your own peace of mind. Not to talk about the karmic consequences, consequences of doing something negative, something that is harming lots of people, is nothing to talk about. I mean, this is understood, those who understand the karma. But even if you don't think about that, if you just think about what we can actually see in life, those who are only trying to do something good for themselves, and then in the process you harm lots of people and you don't care for that, they are never actually happy, they're not never in peace. Sometimes from outside you might think that they are successful, they have done, but actually they are always with lots of fear, insecure, lonely, and they have no friends, they have no one to confide into. There's no really, because of their actions, they're completely alone and unhappy. So therefore, when you understand this clearly, then we need to try to not only have this understanding, but bring this into our life through our attitude, through our thoughts, and through our way of perception, and also through our actions. So therefore, we need to look, not look what I can get from other people, but what I can give to the other people, to the society, to for the benefit of everybody else. And so therefore it says, I indeed am happy, others said. You should sometimes be, instead of becoming jealous of others, you should reverse this and be jealous with yourself. I ended them happy and others sad. When you look into our life, I'm quite happy, and there are so many others who are so sad, who have so difficult problems and things like that. I'm high and mighty, others low, Compared to my situation, if I look at lots of other people, they are much worse, they're much low, they're much less fortunate. I'm helped while others abandon. I have lots of friends, I have lots of people who help me and things like that, and there are lots of other people who has nobody to help, abandoned. So when I see this, I should be jealous with myself and then try to do something about it. Try to whatever good things that I have, I try to give a little bit of that to the others, and think more about others. What can I do? In what situations that I can create so that I could be of some help, at least to some people, and then at least make lots of aspiration and prayer, and that in future I'll be able to get rid of all the sufferings of every body and bring them lasting peace and happiness, again and again and again. It's not, again, some people might again feel guilty. That's not the way, I will do whatever I am in a position to do now. And if I'm not in a position to help, I will slowly try to bring those circumstances, those positive situations, by accumulating more positive actions and positive deeds, and then accumulating my wisdom and my compassion and all the positive, karma, and then I will do it. Not necessarily it has to be now, not necessarily it has to be this life. It can be, in the long term, life after life after life. I have to be patient about this. So there's nothing to feel guilty, step by step. Why am I not jealous of myself? 161. Happiness, fulfillment, these I give away. The pain and others, this I will embrace. Inquiring of myself repeatedly, I will thus investigate my faults. So whatever good things, happiness, fulfillment, whatever, I will try to share with others. I will try to give it to others as much as possible. And the pain of others, this I will try to bring it to myself. Or this is the lojong. This is what we call giving and taking. The practice of giving and taking. At least you can do it in your meditation. That when I breathe in, I feel that I bring in all the suffering, problems, and negative feelings, and causes and result of suffering of everybody inside me. And then when I breathe out, I feel that all my positive karma, all my happiness, joy, and healing, good things, I give it to everybody else. So then I feel that everybody has become totally healed, totally transformed and completely happy and joyful. And then, I because when I have this kind of compassion and courage, nothing can actually affect me. So I will be even happier, even more fulfilled. So this, the Lojong practice, the giving and taking practice, this 7-point mind training and this giving and taking practice, that is coming from these teachings. Inquiring of myself, I will thus investigate my faults. Then whatever faults I have, I look for that. We usually look for the faults of others, and then I try to hide my own faults. And if somebody tries to kind of show me my faults and my shortcomings, I get totally upset and angry and things like that. I should not do that, I should be very happy to face my own shortcomings, faults, and then, try to work on them, try to make it better, try to change those faults. And then, the more I accept my faults and I work on them, not hiding them, not, if somebody pinpoints of a mistake or a fault or a negative thing about me, I should, instead of getting angry at that person and say, why, I say whether it's true or not. And if I find that that is true, then I have to be very grateful to this person to show me, to introduce me, to try to make me understand otherwise I will never improve. So this is the first step of improving myself, is to understand what are my faults and what are my shortcomings. So I have to be very grateful, and then I accept that, I acknowledge that, and then I try to little by little work on that. Not that, I have to feel bad about it, because, I'm still in samsara, so I will have lots of faults and shortcomings and things like that. I'm not perfect, and I must accept that. I'm not perfect. When others are at fault, I will take and turn the blame upon myself, and all my sins, however slight, declare and make them known to many. So if others are at fault, I would not blame them, but I will try to, make those faults as if it is mine, and they become free from those blames and those kind of consequences of those problems. And in the same way, all my sins, however slight, if I make a sin, I must, I will declare it. I will say, this is what problem or negative thing or false or I did, and so I confess it, I purify it, and make them known to everybody else, and especially also to the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. They already know anyway, and then to purify. In order to purify something, I need to first acknowledge the problem that I committed or I have done, and when I do that, then I can let it go. The fame of others I will magnify, that it might thus outshine my own. Among them I will be as one who serves my lowly labor for their benefit. So any good thing, fame or something positive thing that others have, I will talk about it, I will declare it, I will make it even magnified and bigger, because then it will shine out, and people recognize and people know their positive qualities, because the more you focus on the positive qualities of the people, the more everybody becomes more positive. Among them, I will be as one who serves my lowly label for their benefit. So I will appreciate all those people who have some positive qualities. I will help them. I will serve them. I do not, make myself higher or bigger or, greater than themselves. I will benefit them. I will be in their background trying to help them, and I will make myself like much lower than them or serving them, or because I push them up. I try to push everybody up. Not the usual way that we always try to pull people down. No, that wouldn't do any good for anybody, not for me, not for others. So we, anybody, some good people, we have to push them up. The more good people come up and more famous and more well-known, and more, then the better the world will be, the better everybody will be. This ego is by nature rife with faults. Its accidental gifts I should not praise. Whatever qualities it has, I will so contrive that they remain unknown to everyone. Just this ego, my self-centeredness, is with lots of faults, and sometimes there is some good qualities in me, or some good things happen, some talents or gifts that happens to me, in me. I should not praise them. I should not, make it too much. And whatever good qualities I have, I try to not show too much. I try to hide them. Whatever qualities, I'll so contrive that they remain unknown to everyone. This has been the practice of many, what we call the hidden yogis. They're not hidden. These hidden yogis are not like they go away in a kind of a cave and then hide themselves. It's not that. That's not necessary. There are some people like that also, but that they go away and they practice in a cave or in the mountains somewhere, and then people don't see them too much. That's another thing. But hidden yogi is those who are not, who have lots of great qualities in themselves, but they don't show them. They don't, brag about them. They don't talk about their own positive qualities all the time. They never talk about these things. They never show those qualities, but actually show others' qualities and bring out others' positive qualities, and then they are real practitioners. They are real, what they call hidden yogis. All the harm, in short, that ego does to its advantage and to others caused, may all of it descend upon itself, its own hurt, to others' benefit. So this is 165. All the harm, in short, that ego does to its advantage and to the others' cost, may all of it descend upon itself to its own hurt, to others' benefit. Ego is a very difficult thing. Whenever we go astray, whenever we become hurt, whenever we go into the wrong direction, it's because ego takes over. It's because self-centeredness takes over. So very important to understand this, because this can come any moment. This can come all the time. My pride is hurt, or I get hurt, and I think, why I'm not, I'm always criticized. I'm always, they don't recognize my contributions, my qualities, things like that. May this not happen. I must understand this and give all the good things to others' benefit. Do not let it strut about the place, so arrogant, so overbearing, but like a newly wedded bride, let it be demure and blushing, timorous and shy. 166. I should not allow myself to be arrogant, like a brat, overbearing, like a, teenager who doesn't know much, but who thinks that he or she knows everything, so proud and so ungrateful, and always complaining about everything, and very easily hurt about everything, and you cannot say anything about him or her. Not like that, but like a newly wedded bride who tries to be very understanding, who tries to give everybody, treat them as nicely and happy, in a very good way. I don't know if all newly wedded brides are like that, but it is supposed to be like that in the East, at least some places. So, like that, a little bit shy, not trying to, be, the center of focus, but be shy, humble, serving, trying to be nice to everybody, things like that. So 166. So this I will read in Tibetan now. Doshi yen mishi la, donto yen mawa to, don peche yen mishi, dola chadu chi mishi. Don de to chachi de yen ji dunga dola shur. Gongzhen de chi she chi dogi shun la tapa chi, yen ji nipa shi pa yu rongi shun de shi shur. Dogi nipa chung shi chung shi yu mo la ra de hu, yen ji chapa, lo ju pe rongi chapa si jin. Don de tenji tamata dunla kan la kora chi. Then the Shenji Rong Yen de Lober Yen de Chi Mu Tu. De Yen de Jini Ju Ge Ju Mi Hi Tetrachi. And then to try to, conclude, Donna Dog Tenji She, Chuji Yen La Nui She Go. Li de Shenji Tenji She Don Yen La Nam Babrachi. Don Yan Zhong Ji Zi de Xie Xie Ban Nam Ja de Pa Ma Servi Zi Yen, Won San Ji Dong Dang De Yaos. So after that, so thank you very much.